Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another sports rant. It is Super Bowl week. The NFL honors and awards have been bestowed, and all that is left that remains of the football season is on Sunday. The Super Bowl is. I talked about it earlier. I've kind of discussed it just a little bit. But today we're going to discuss, I'm going to have a few topics that I want to cover. I want to cover the NFL awards, first and foremost, and my thoughts on them. So we're going to jump right into that. Um, Myles Garrett winning Defensive Player of the Year literally shocked zero people. So I'm not really going to get super into that. We all know how damn good he was and winning and breaking the sack record, everything like that. We don't care. We want the drama, the juices. You want to see me crash the fuck out. Because the AP, Associated Press, Most Valuable Player, presented by Invisalign, hashtag not sponsored, was Mr. Matthew Stafford. I believe he received 24 first placed votes. Drake May received 23. Josh Allen received 2. And for some strange reason, Justin Herbert received a first placed vote. So, congratulations to Matthew Stafford. He was able to receive the award in person because he was not at the Super Bowl. The AP Coach of the Year, the Associated Press Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel. I don't know why the lady at the NFL Awards, she pronounced it like verbal. But anyway, at least it didn't seem like they knew beforehand. Anyways, Mike Vrabel, very deserving. There was a lot of other candidates that could have won this award. I think everybody who was in the pool probably could have won it. I think just Mike Vrabel did the most with the least. Turned around a 4-win team, so it's pretty impressive. And he is on the doorstep of destiny. If Mike Vrabel wins the Super Bowl this season, he will be the first-year head coach to win a Super Bowl. He will be the first player and head coach to win a Super Bowl with the same franchise. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Big deal. Big things are happening for Mr. Mike, who apparently would cut off his cock for a Super Bowl title, which is pretty damn impressive. So beware any medical malpractice happening in Santa Clara this weekend. Maybe Mike Vrabel's appendage will reside in the Hall of Fame, just not next to Bill Belichick's bust. The AP Associated Press Comeback Player of the Year is Christian McCaffrey. Very deserving. Tore his Achilles. He's just one of the great players in the NFL. He's like got this $1 million face and $1 million smile and $1 million wife, and he's just like $1 million. So congrats to Mr. $1 million himself. He has a lot more than that. Christian McCaffrey. The AP Offensive Player of the Year, presented by Microsoft Copilot, because we always gotta shove a fucking ad down your throat. is JSN. I will not pronounce his name because I don't want to get censored off of YouTube because I tend to mispronounce things sometimes, and I don't know. Sometimes I think Drewski had just a teensy bit of trouble with it. Anyway, and then our AP Associated Press Offensive Rookie of the Year, presented by EA Sports. You're in the game. Madden NFL. Was Tetaroa McMillan. I don't know why I said it like he's Spanish, but Tetaroa McMillan, very deserving. Probably out of all those candidates, just the most consistent, kind of the ones we all kind of thought when all the names were announced. This is the guy, right? No real surprises in this class, and then for AP Associated Press, Defensive Rookie of the Year, presented by EA Sports. You're in the game. Madden NFL. Carson Swessinger. Swessinger. There we go. Carson Swessinger, the Browns linebacker who led all rookies in tackles. Very, very good fantasy player for my league, but nobody cares about that. I just noticed how tilted my helmet was. Could be properly straight. There we go. Much better. Much better. Any easy. But there was another award added this year. Probably one of the more prestigious, in my opinion, called the Protector of the Year. It goes to the best offensive lineman of the year, and that goes to Joe Thuney of the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears. Really impressive. He's a great player, played for the Patriots, played for the Chiefs, won a lot of Super Bowls, he's got a lot of rings, got a loaded trophy case, and he's hoping to continually build that up with the Chicago Bears. Yeah. So it's pretty dang impressive. Of course, the Walter Payton Man of the Year award went to Bobby Wagner. I like that award, but it's just not very interesting for what I talk about. But congratulations to him. That's great. We love you, Bobby Wagner. But I want to discuss a little bit of the controversy, especially around the most valuable player, brought to you by Invisalign, because, you got bad teeth, probably. Anyway, the votes were very, very close. The closest MVP vote since 2003, if Twitter is to be believed. And like I said, Drake May was 2 votes away from winning. So, it was a very tightly contested race. I think a lot of the controversy will be around the person who voted Justin Herbert with their use their first place vote for Justin Herbert. I think that was a little ridiculous. I can see maybe where their mind was going, where it was like, well, he doesn't have nearly what he did and how impressive he came back from injury. I think it was my sister Maria. God damn it, Maria. My sister Maria is, to give background of that nobody wants or needs or cares about, but my sister Maria has just recently kind of got into football because she plays fantasy football with us, but she doesn't really know any of the players or any of the things. But when he didn't, when he got surgery on his hand and then came back like a week later, my sister was like, "Yeah, he's not a fucking bitch like all the rest of them." So, shout out Maria, very new kind of football fan. She probably voted for him to be MVP. So, yeah, you guys can just blame her, but that's probably who it was. Just saying. I don't know why they do like the weird vote, like the weird hiding of the votes. The same thing with like the Hall of Fame and all that just dumb garbage that they try and do. It's like, really? Because like I mean, the other day, look at this. Congrats, Drake May was voted. The fan voted MVP, but I mean the fan vote does not count because apparently the people who pay and watch and blah blah blah. I don't know. But the Associated Press decided that, so it's just kind of weird. I feel like I don't know why you have to if you're voting on something that really doesn't matter all that much. Like I know that sounds like I'm huffing the copium pipe, but I've kind of said it before that awards are meaningless without championships, right? You win championships and awards. If you win just awards, they mean nothing, right? Lamar Jackson's uh, MVPs are great, but they will always have a little bit of an asterisk if he does not win a championship. Same with Josh Allen. If Josh Allen does not win a championship, win a Super Bowl, hoist a Lombardi trophy, it does not matter. Like, those MVPs are moot. Don't get me wrong, winning MVP is an impressive award, like accomplishment, but it is a popularity contest. There is bias, there is flaw. You cannot, there is no flaw in the silver of a Lombardi trophy. So, uh, that's all I gotta say. Because there's one guy who is competing for one, and one guy who isn't. So, uh, but you know, Matthew Stafford did verbally confirm that he is returning, which I mean, kind of makes sense because obviously, he just had one of the hit MVP season. Of course, he's going to come back. Um, but it's quite it's just it's been a wild ride. Um, been a wild ride. What a week of NFL awards. And now for this segment of the show, folks, I will give you my top 5 players for the Super Bowl. Alrighty, let's hit it. Number 5, Ernest Jones. I think he's going to impact this game very sneakily because he's not a very well known player, but he is a very, very good linebacker for the Seattle Seahawks. He led the team in tackles. He is going to be key because stopping the Patriots' run game is going to be paramount. Stopping any run game is paramount to a team's success. But also, I can see him being kind of the factor that if they can stop Drake May from scrambling, which is kind of an unpredictable backyard kind of football that Drake May is very good at, and that could be the factor in this game, he could be a big player and maybe an unsung kind of hero. Number 4, Sam Darnold. Now, Sammy boy, good old Sam, grandson of Mr. Dick Hammer himself, has gone through a lot of shit in his tenure as a starting quarterback in the NFL. He was born a ginger, so he already has no soul, unfortunately, the poor guy. And he also had to play for the New York Jets. So he's been through a lot. He has been playing life on hard mode. But you know what? He just keeps waking up and he keeps grinding and grinding and going and going and going. And now he is in the Super Bowl. But it is really, give him credit, right? People are like, oh, he's just got a great team around him. Blah, blah. He wouldn't be there if it wasn't for JSN and Kenneth Walker and the great defense and Mike McDonald. Shut up. We saw this same very team with Geno Smith, who was a comparable starter, and they missed the playoffs last year. I believe. I might be tripping balls. I might just have cooked my ball knowledge. But, um, yeah. Sam Darnold is the reason they are in the Super Bowl. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. He's the signal caller. He makes the decisions, right? That's why you give a lot of presidents credit, right? They make decisions. They're important, blah, 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 right? And he does his job to a championship level. And he is the one of the reasons that I think they could possibly win the Super Bowl. He's also one of the reasons they might lose, but I'm forever an optimist. Number 3, Christian Gonzalez. Probably just one of the best players in this game. That's obviously what we're ranking here, but anyway. Dude is the opposite of Sam Darnold. Playing life pretty much on fucking easy mode. Athletic, long, strong, handsome. He embodies, he's a perfect corner. Really one of the more underrated, less talked about kind of guys. Doesn't get a ton of interceptions, but it's because they don't throw the ball to him at all. The few times they do, it's either batted down, defended well, or he picks it off. So it's pretty impressive. He kind of is really the perfect kind of defensive player because he's sticky and he's athletic and twitchy and great. Honestly, when it comes, he is the cornerstone of his Patriots secondary, and he will be key in stopping the offensive player of the year, Jackson SN. Who is our number 2 most impactful player in this game? Because, let's be honest, whenever we were watching the LA Seahawks game, this man was wide open numerous times. It's so weird to see somebody so freaking talented get so damn wide open. And insane to see him catch things and make it look so like easy and nonchalant, but it's not like he's trying to be nonchalant, you know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of aura, as the kids say, and he's a damn good player, and the chess match between him, Gonzalez, and the rest of the Patriots secondary is going to be cinema for people who like football and watch that shit in the old 22 like a psychopath 50 times in a night like me. Number 1. You knew I was going to put him here. Drake May. The MVP runner-up by a solid 3 people voting, give or take, is obviously going to be the most impactful player and probably the best player in this game. I don't know if they win, he's obviously going to be the best, probably going to be the Super Bowl MVP, unless something just kind of out of left field happens. If they lose, he can kind of not take a whole lot of the blame because, yeah, sure. Lamar Jackson's never lost a Super Bowl. Josh Allen's never lost a Super Bowl. They also have never been to one. So It's hard to he kind of is in a win-win situation. This is the only time he gets a break for it though. But I think he is going to be the best player in this game. He is the MVP runner up for a reason. And we have kind of been sleeping. Everybody's been, the Patriots offense is terrible. Well, they've played the top five defenses, and two out of those three were in miserable temperatures. And one of them was in, the two of them were in Foxborough, the other was in Denver, and two out of three of them were all miserable. Like it was all like it was frigid and cold and yucky and gross, especially that game against the Denver Broncos. But I digress. Um, I think that uh, Patriots offense is going to kind of we're gonna see what happens because who knows? It's the Super Bowl. Anything can happen. We've seen crazy shit go down, especially in a matchup. Their previous matchup, right? The Malcolm Butler interception is one of the key moments in NFL history, right? Why don't you run the ball on the 1 yard line? You have beast mode. You have a man who's I don't know. I will get a I can't ramble on and rant about that, but anyway.